All right, looks like we are live. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Hope you all are doing amazing today. So we're waiting for our esteemed guests to come in the room. Do me a favor, y'all, when y'all jump on, uh, share this live out. Drop some comments down. Let us know that you can hear me. All right. So let me try this. Should work. Let me see. Here we go.
Okay, cool. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, I can hear you. There we go. Got our great guests for the night. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It was a long day, but you already know how it is as entrepreneur.
Yeah, the good old entrepreneur world. Wow, we got a good amount of people on here tonight.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
listen, you the IG queen. You the
Oh
plug.
my God. Here we go.
I'm telling y'all, I'm partly being selfish here because I'm gonna ask my questions that I have, because I'm trying to just get a tenth of the platform and the follower that she has. So I'm just letting y'all know early.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So, should I just go ahead and introduce myself or?
Of course, definitely introduce yourself. Let everybody let us know if you can hit a comment down. I see a lot of folks joining, so yeah, definitely introduce yourself for folks that don't know who you are. I don't know how they don't, but for folks that don't, let folks know who.
So ridiculous. Hi, everyone. For the folks who do not know me, my name is Gabrielle Allen. I am a hairstylist, salon owner, beauty influencer, stylist educator, and according to everyone else, an Instagram guru. I don't put that title on myself, FYI. I don't. Everybody else throws that on me. So, yeah. Happy to be here today.
Yeah, thank you. You definitely are a guru. Like, what y'all don't know is Gabby be giving me little tips on the low. Like, listen, you should do this or use this hashtag or try to do this. So you definitely a guru on the low. You need to claim that.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You cut out. What'd you say?
I said, hey, you are an Instagram guru. You need to claim that. Like, seriously.
I
For real.
claim guru status. People have uh, ever.
Wait, say
Gosh.
it again.
Oh,
I
huh?
think you was breaking up. Say it again. I think you was breaking up. Say it
No,
again.
I said people all have constantly tried to give me that title. Oop. I- Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, no, I said people constantly try to give me that title, and I really don't ever do.
Mhm.
Only because, and to be fair, is because I see people that I aspire to be like. So I'm like, until I'm there, I'm not gonna really take that title. But that's just me. I have a
Mhm.
ton of so it is what it is.
Listen, in my eyes, you a Instagram guru. Surprised you don't got that blue check yet. I know it's coming, so just be ready for it. But we definitely want to make tonight educational. So let people know if they don't already. Like, even I'm curious. Like, what is like your backstory? Like, how did you grow your platform? Like, how did have you always been doing what you are doing? You are a great hairstylist and great entrepreneur. So just give me a little bit like about your backstory, like how that started. Did you always want to do what you do, or how you transitioned into that?
So yeah, absolutely not. I had no intentions on being a hairstylist, like ever. So I started off as a hair blogger and a YouTuber. So I was like one of them people that was like telling everybody what to do with their hair, but I was really only doing my hair, you know. And so I did that from ages 22 till what 27, 27 something, because I went to cosmetology school at 25, and then I got my license at 27. So then once I got my license, I really started to focus full time on building my clientele behind the chair. So my blog and my YouTube stuff kind of took a backseat. No, it didn't kind of take a backseat. It took a complete backseat to that. And I basically transitioned my audience over from blog readers and YouTube followers to butts in the chair. So it's a lot of people, it sounds like, I mean, I think at the time that I did that, I think I had like 30,000 followers on Instagram, and that was before the whole algorithm thing, stuff like that. It was still, you could still see everything. As a matter of fact, the timeline was still in chronological order. That's how long ago it was.
Damn.
So that's kind of like a baseline. But it's still, despite the fact that I had 30,000 people with no algorithm restrictions, that does not necessarily mean that it was easy to translate them over to the chair per se. I had to basically work overtime to do that, and it was around a time where Facebook was like doing like the boosted post thing. They didn't have the whole ads manager or anything like that. It was literally just boosting the posts, Facebook groups and all that good stuff. So fast forward, I really started to like hone in on my content and really started to like brand myself as a natural hairstylist, and my page blew up after that. So
That's crazy.
yeah, it is crazy, especially to think about where I came from and how the fact that I actually never wanted to be a hairstylist is wild. I literally had no intentions on being a hairstylist. It's just crazy that not only do I do it, but I actually enjoy it. So yeah, that's my backstory.
Yeah, that's good. So, I know a lot of people are probably wondering, like, if I'm just starting out on social media, or, like even me, like I'm still trying to get to 10K followers. So it's like, especially now with it being so much harder, like you said, it was a lot different before the algorithm shift, or it even seems like even recently Instagram doing more algorithm shifts. It's harder and harder to get your content in front of people, to get engagement, to get likes and reach and all that type of stuff. So for folks that don't, have a large following, like what are some tips you have to like grow your following, get more engagement, and even try to catch up to where you at, and even people beyond you?
Well, I would say the focus on engagement more than followers. You could have, like, I know bloggers who have 3,000 followers and are signing $50,000 brand contracts.
Really?
Because that 3,000, they still get like 500 and 600 likes on their posts, and they get a lot of comments and engagement. So it's more so about the engagement of your content than it is about the followers. I always say, like, if you have a small page, start small, because when your page grows, it's actually a lot harder to manage all of this. I mean, my DMs are ridiculous. I have days where I just close it out and I'm like, I'm not looking at this. Like, I'm not looking at this. Like, I'm not doing this, because I mean, the simple fact is, everybody wants to get to the 100,000 followers and stuff like that, but that doesn't always equate into money. So I'm the person who was, like, for a long time popular and unpaid. I say that all the time. I had my popularity, but my ass was broke. Okay. So, but I didn't know a lot of what I know now. Then, right? It was just more so giving the content to people, putting it out there. And I think that had a lot to do with it, because I did free for a very, very, very long time. So it was like, oh, she's giving all of this out for free. I'm gonna just, mosey on over there. It's free over there. But I would say focus on adding value. That would also increase engagement, and you have to get creative, right? So for me, I get a thrill out of the algorithm. I got, like, getting around it and stuff, right? Yeah. So for example, like, my post on my page, I do suspense posts, and it basically tells the algorithm, like, if these people are interacting with her posts, then that means they want to see more of what she has to offer. So then when I actually post what I wanted them to see, they were already interacting with me, so the algorithm shows it to them anyway. Or I go a step further, like, let's say I do like one of my suspense posts, 10 likes, and I'll post the after, blah, blah, blah. I will actually go and DM those people the after. And
Mm.
so, one of the things nowadays that Instagram is saying is basically like, they are prioritizing messaging. So if you get people in your DMs and they see them interacting in your DMs, they're more likely to show that to you. So if I have 30 people that liked or commented on a post, right? That's a suspense post, and I DM all of those people. Well, that's just 30 people that I just got the algorithm to say, hey, they want to see her stuff.
Wow.
Let's do that. You know, you kind of have to think like a computer in this sense. In my one, I mean, just a FYI, my one of my backgrounds is in computers. That was actually my original career. I was going to
Mm.
be a systems engineer. I really wanted to be a hacker. I really, really wanted to be a hacker.
I think you told me that.
I really wanted to be a hacker. Hey, Darren. Hey, Alyssa. But yeah, I really wanted to be a hacker. But so I know a lot about algorithms and how they work because I studied it. So, I translated all of when I got my own business. I translated all of this knowledge over to, my business. The computer is never smart. Contrary to popular belief, no matter how smart AI gets, it will never be smarter than us, right? Because we created it. So they're always going to find a hole or something. That's the beauty of algorithms. There's always some kind of hole that you can get around.
Mm-hmm.
And so by telling the algorithm, you know, that your stuff is important by messaging the people that follow you, only 10% of your followers see your post when you first make it. So imagine having at least 5% engage with you immediately. And that'll tell the algorithm like, oh, so this is important. Let's show more of her people.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's a method to the madness. I tell everybody, like, people see what I do and they think I just be doing anything. There's a method to the madness. There is a lot of forethought behind this. So yeah.
All right. So how much I gotta pay you to take over my Instagram? No, I'm playing.
No,
Yeah,
baby, because I don't want to go.
none of my offers. I have a lot of offers. Like, and I don't get out a lot, but I'm like, damn. Like,
There is nothing because I don't want to do it.
no, it's all right. No, but it's interesting you say that because it's like the other day when I posted something on my story and a lot of people was replying to it. Like, it's like the most people that ever saw my story. Like, usually I don't get that many views on my story. Like, maybe 30, 40, 50, if I'm lucky, 100. And the other day when I posted my son up there, I got like 300. But a lot of people were like responding to it, like, oh, he's cute or whatever. So it got a lot of engagement. And I seen that a lot of people saw my story then. So that's interesting that you say that, like, the more engagement and like if people messaging, your stuff might get shown to more people. So that is interesting that you say that.
Yeah. And kids and puppies always work. Kids, babies, and puppies. Like, I love my nephew to death, but that's one of the reasons I post him because I knew everybody.
It's crazy though. Like, yeah, like if
I
my
hope
kid,
my brother-in-law.
it's true though. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, yeah. The kids, the pets, and the memes get a lot of engagement. So on days where I just don't know what to post, I'm like, I just post a meme. Because I know it's gonna get engagement. Like, I read something somewhere where it says, people usually engage with something that connects their emotions, and comedy is emotion. Whether we classify it that way or not, you're causing somebody to laugh and they're going to remember that. So there is a little button on these posts where you can click at the top and it says view story reshares. And usually when I post a meme, like, that button is flooded. So I'll go in there and I'll see how many people reshared it, and like a ton of people would have reshared it to their stories, which in turn works for me. So yeah,
Damn.
there's a lot of
Hope y'all. Yeah, like I hope those that are interested, in just growing your platform more, growing your following more. Hope y'all taking notes. And my next question is, now, like, talk to me about monetization strategy. Because as you know, and as you already said, like that was once you when, you built this following, but you weren't really monetizing it. I talk to a lot of influencers on a low that tell me that they got all these followers and all that type of stuff, but they're not making no money. They're not really building businesses. They have no list. They have no customers. So like what strategy, like do you take what little bit that you can share, or what tips would you have for people that, maybe do have a following or want to build a following, but also need to like monetize that? Because at the end of the day, like likes and comments, like that's not going to grow your business. You can't deposit that into the bank. So like what is like the monetization strategy you would suggest?
One, obviously a product. You need a product or some kind of service. If you don't have any, the rest of this doesn't. Whatever else I'm going to say doesn't make any sense, right? Or at the very least, if you don't have a product or a service, have some kind of affiliate relationship. So where become an affiliate for someone to start. Because when I started thinking about, okay, how am I going to monetize this before I got behind the chair, affiliate income was the way that I was going. And one of the things that I personally used was lipstick, because I know I love lipstick, and people would ask me all the time, well, where you get your lipsticks from, right? So it's like thinking, even if you don't have a product, trying to find out, well, who can I partner with? What company can I sign up as an affiliate for to do that? The next thing would be an email list or somewhere where you can take them off of Instagram, because the algorithm changes so much. You cannot trust it. I mean, we literally woke up the next day and it was like, yeah, in order to best serve you guys, we're no longer going to be doing chronological order. And all of us are like, yeah, that's a load of bullshit. This is not to best serve just for you guys to get money, so it can change at a moment's notice. I mean, Facebook just went down, right?
And Instagram.
Yeah. And WhatsApp,
Yeah, right.
basically in a panic, So definitely email lists, text message service, and then what you do, get a funnel, to actually nurture them, sell them through the funnel, because they trust, for the most part, people that engage with you a lot on Instagram, they trust you, but a lot of times, because all of the content gets constantly pushed down, they don't always know that you're selling something, or they don't always see it. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but like text posts and flyers don't really get that much love on Instagram, and that's intentional, right? The algorithm can read what you're doing. It's smart enough to know, like, okay, certain keywords in there set it off. So one word that I never use is comment. I never use that word.
Really?
Because that's the algorithm off. It tells it they're trying to get their followers to engage, and it's not organic. They're asking for it, right? So I don't use the word comment. I use chime. Like chime, because I know it. I've tested it. I tried it, right? So imagine, you're trying to sell something, you're trying to get people to your funnel, you're constantly using the word comment, like, and you're wondering, why isn't anyone seeing it? Why isn't anybody signing up for myself? Because they don't see it, So if you can get them off of the platform and onto your list and in your funnel, your monetization possibilities are endless.
Damn. You just preaching what I always tell everyone. Like, followers are great, but like we don't own platforms. So as people saw what Facebook, Instagram shut down, who knows, it could be another shutdown tomorrow, and we don't know.
Right.
So you definitely got to take people off of social, get them onto your list, nurture them, and then have something to offer them to like monetize. That is great information. And I think a lot of people don't do that enough. I know I seen not too long ago, it was like some influencer, they had like 100,000 or 1 million followers, and like they had some type of partnership, and they couldn't sell like 10 t-shirts or something crazy like that. So it definitely happens all the time, where folks get these following, but they can't monetize them.
Right. And it's sad too, because it's basically you're bringing all this money to this platform and you not making nothing. So then don't ever want to go back there. Not doing that again.
Not to mention if you then start spending money on ads and then spending more money and you ain't monetizing the right way, you ain't got your funnel, then you need to call the funnel doctor.
Absolutely. no, absolutely, I agree, because it's sad, right? Because this takes time. Like, this content does not make itself. Like, I have spent hours creating this content, so for it to not translate into dollars is kind of like waste of time, like likes, like you said, likes, follows don't put food on the table, which is why I push engagement. Because you can have 200 followers. If they're engaged, you can sell anything to them if that's what they're interested in. People get hung up on the optics and the social proof of it, right? Quote unquote. But your bank account says something very different.
When is your course coming out? Like, you need a course on this. Like, I'm telling you, like, just do it. Listen to me. Create a course one time, evergreen, pre-recorded or however you do it, and then put it out there, because you're giving great information, a lot of gems. So I say you put it in a course, and then it's something you can monetize forever. Put it out there, because people need this information. I'm telling you.
Well, I actually have one now. I didn't have one before, but it's called From Instagram to Instant Clients. It's like in its, I guess you could call it, beta stage. I really mostly had it for my beauty professionals. People, I think when I put it out there, I was like, anybody can join, but obviously my audience is hairstylists, right? So, but yeah, it's called From Instagram to Instant Clients, and I will be sharing a lot of this in the class. And like I said, it's still in beta. It's something that I'm playing around with, because people are just constantly asking me, do a class, do a course, do a class, do a course. And I'm like, no. Because I'm trying to, for the most part, stay away from it. But yeah, I am doing an experimental one right now to see how it pans out. I'm going to do this one, flush it out, and keep flushing it out until I'm happy with it. So it is here. It's not even in the state. It is here, but this will be my first one.
All right. Well, that's good. Because, it's not like you someone that, like, heard about this or whatever. Like, you're someone that actually does this. So that'd be great to get that. Somebody said, what's a good, I don't think they finished the sentence, though. The Detox Diva. If you got your question, drop it down. What's your thoughts on Reels? I know Reels are getting a lot more popular, and you have any best practices or tips for, like, doing Reels? Is it just dancing like you on TikTok, or pointing or whatever? Like, what's your thoughts and what's your tips on Reels?
So with Reels right now doesn't have like a cap on it, meaning the algorithm isn't really restricting it. One of my Reels hit 1 million views.
Really?
And yes, and it was I didn't even do nothing. I was just playing in the girl hair, like literally playing, like moving it around, and it was one of my suspense posts. Yes, it hit 1 million. I was like, whoa, like, because I was wondering, like, I got this upshoot of followers out of nowhere. My engagement was like off the charts, and I was like, what's happening? So like I started digging in my insights, and it was literally a video of me, my suspense video, me moving the lady's hair around and saying, hey, 10 likes, 20 likes, and I'll post it after, and it blew up. I was crazy. So yeah, right, like all of the work I put into the actual content, the one where I'm just literally was
right get 1 million views.
Right. Like, I was like, I'm salty. What is this? But so Reels don't have a cap as far as the algorithm is concerned right now, because Instagram is trying to compete with TikTok, right? I mean, TikTok is insane, if I'm being honest, it is. But people like short form content right now in the form of video. So Instagram always changes. When IGTV came out, there was no cap. One of my videos hit 900,000 views when IGTV first came out. Yeah, and it was with me. I was mortified, by the way. I was mortified. But whenever they release something new, you want to take advantage of it. Because at some point they're gonna be like, all right, it's time to make money.
You already know. It's
right.
Coming.
Enough is enough. Okay. But I will say the upside is they are pushing for creators to make more reels, so they're like offering to pay us for it. Surprisingly, I ain't got that offer yet, and I'm actually pretty salty about that. But because I mean, like,
got badges, right? You can buy badges, or we can buy badges from.
yeah, I can do badges. I did all of my IG live bonuses. I got all that good stuff. But the reels, I mean, I make reels to market my business anyway. So I wasn't doing IG lives that much or anything until them bonuses came out, and I was like, "How y'all doing today?" But the reels, I do it anyway. So if you can, like, take advantage of it. People are growing their following like crazy with the reels. Their engagement is off the chart with the reels. And then recently Facebook just started, like, Instagram started giving you the option to exposure reels to people on Facebook.
Right, I saw that.
Yeah, so take advantage of all of it. And reels don't have to be like thought out too much. You just think like Instagram stories, but evergreen, right?
I
use
struggling with them. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I haven't cracked the real code that I be struggling with them, trying to get that something good that's going to get engagement and get a lot more views and stuff.
And also, just a side note, I can't see anyone's comments. I don't know why my screen been kind of stuck in the same place. Like, you're moving, Ryan, but like the people, the comments, questions, I can't see any of it. It's stuck in the same place. I don't know what's going on. So if anybody asks a question, I promise you I'm not ignoring you. I just don't see it. But just do like everyday life stuff. Like, I was literally just creating a reel for my my vacation that I had in Miami. Just like the highlight reel of what I did, stuff, because people like to have that personal touch. They want to feel like they kind of know you. And if you're kind of confused on what you can do for reels, just do simple stuff like that. Oh, you went to a baseball game and stuff. It's the stuff that we don't think much of that usually ends up going viral, or stuff like that.
All right, you dropped a lot of gems today. Does anybody have any questions? Anything you want to ask? I know you have a very busy schedule, so I won't want to take too much of your time. We both have a call that we're supposed to be on that we ain't on.
On here. Like, that's what they're doing around this time.
Right. That's another story. But yeah, if anybody got any questions or anything you want to ask the IG guru, yeah, I'm claiming it for you. I don't care what you say. For real. Like, I'm still struggling to get the 10K followers so I can get my swipe up or whatever, put a link in my story now, whatever. But like I said, if anybody got any questions or any, other tips or anything that you haven't shared already, for the folks, and even, I learned a lot on this live myself. So I can do better. But yeah, any other tips or, other thoughts that you have that you haven't shared already?
I would honestly just say be consistent. If you're going to post anything right now, Reels is your best option. And it's not, and you're going to post regular posts, do carousel posts, right? Being consistent makes a huge difference. I will say, like, I was that person, just like being transparent. I wasn't an overlooked natural hair blogger per se, but I wasn't necessarily as popular as everyone else. And I have remained consistent over a 10-year time span, right? Listen, the only thing harder to stop than me is killing a roach. And roaches live forever, okay? I listen, it'll be 10, 15 years before I give up on something. It's a good and a bad thing. But I would say remain consistent with your posting, focus on your content and not necessarily what everybody else is doing. Like, use their stuff as inspiration for sure, but focus on making your content as valuable as humanly possible. In my case, that, since I've gotten into the hairstylist education and stuff like that, I've been leaning more towards carousels and stuff like that, using text in my reels to explain it. I've even done a few IGTVs where I did like voiceovers explaining what was going on, because people want to it depends on your audience, right? And for my consumer audience, people that are trying to be customers, potential clients, the transformation videos is really, big for them, because in 2021, natural hair is still a mystery, right? So it's kind of like find your sweet spot. And I built on it. Like when I noticed like people like the transformations, I was like, oh, well, let me do more of this, right? Double down on what's working, basically. And if you see a post that did really well, try to replicate it, but be creative with it.
Mm, that's
That's
good.
yeah, those are my tips.
Yeah, that's great information. All right, so I think it's a question for me, but the Detox Diva said, "What's the best yet least expensive funnel to start with?" I mean, that's hard because you're saying what's the best, but like the cheapest. So just being real, like that's hard. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Um, but I would say to if you're starting out with funnels, I would say a lead magnet funnel, some type of lead generation mechanism. So that can be many different things. Detox Diva, let us know. Let me know like what you specifically do. I can give you some specific examples. But I would say definitely like a lead magnet funnel or some type of funnel that's going to generate leads for you. That's why I tell everyone to start if you have no list, or if you just are starting out with funnels in general. So what that could be in many different things. It could be an ebook, it could be a PDF, a checklist, a course, a coupon code, a promo, and some type of discount, a physical book, like a lot of different things. Like what I use for lead magnets, I use like a checklist of like how to double your business with Facebook ads checklist. I have courses. A lot of people do quizzes as like a lead in funnel to get people in your world. So that's what I would say as like a start. But let me know, Gabby, your thoughts too. Um,
and I think you hit the nail on the head. I mean, workbooks, coupon codes. I'm not a fan of the discounts, but that's just me.
No, it also depends on what you do too. So like I know a lead magnet for like an e-commerce brand will maybe different than like a coach or like a author or a stylist, or you know what I mean. So it may look different, but I would say if you're just starting out with funnels, like just starting places, something that's going to generate leads for you that you can nurture and then get them to like buy from you. I think some people try to monetize too early,
Yeah.
especially when you start out with funnels or business in general. Is like you just want people to buy from you. It's like they don't know you. They need to know, like, and trust you. You need to build a list. You need to build a relationship and really explain to them how your business solves the problem that they have. That's what I was
Yeah. Yeah. And I also think like funnels, often the word funnel intimidates people. I used to be that person too. But I think it's like a general not understanding it, and it just sounded like some long drawn out thing. And it's like once I understood what it was, I was like, oh, okay, so it's not that bad. It doesn't have to be 25 emails.
saying.
You know,
Right.
it doesn't have to be 25 emails before, So I think that's great advice, like simplifying it, coupon code or something like that. I mean, they always get me with the coupon codes.
Right. Right.
Or I sign up for their stuff every time. And I'm like, these people are already stalking me. So, you know, I think that's some great advice.
All right. So she says, I should have known this. She sells detox products. The Detox Diva, my bad. I should have known that. Uh, so I would say if you have multiple different products, a quiz is really good because you can, number one, generate a lead, and you can kind of segment it what people may be interested in or what may be best for someone. If you have different types of products, different types of detox products, it definitely also could be a code, or I don't know if like samples, or I know some e-com brands they give like little samples to get people to like try it, and like once people, because they're so confident in the product, like once people use it and like it, they come right back and shop. So I think maybe something like that, or some type of, for detox, I think something around information. Whereas like they can get some type of information about detoxing or why it's important or how to do it and that type of stuff. I think may be good as well.
Somebody asked how many emails are good to start with per week.
Ooh, in a funnel? Oh, just in general?
I think she means in a funnel. My
Oh,
stuff is working now again.
okay. And Oh, I didn't even see that. I must have missed that. I would say, I think mine's a little off too. I don't know, but I would say, well, it's two different things. So there's if someone joins your funnel or gets in your funnel, you should have some type of automated sequence set up where they automatically get emails from you. And then it's also just regular emails that's going to go out like each week or each day to like your list. So I would say, as far as automation, like when someone gets into your funnel, honestly, it depends. I'm the type I like to kind of hit them hard when they come in because as soon as they come into your funnel, they start getting emails. A lot of people are going to drop off. So she said in the funnel. So I would say it depends on the offer and what you're selling, but I'll say like 7 to 10 or something like that. Or like Gabby said,
7 to
Gabby said
10 is
25,
that?
so you need 20.
I didn't say that. I said I'm not doing
Play
25.
it.
Unless I'm paying somebody to do 25, we're not doing 25,
Right.
okay?
Even 20, I don't even like that. It's just 25 is too many. But I would say like good, like 7 to 10 is good. But it also, like I said, also depends on like if they come into your funnel, like what's the next thing that they should get. So that also depends as well. But definitely hit them via text. I'm big on like calling people or get someone to call them because
Are you really?
if that was not me. I mean, it may not be me personally, but
Oh,
the team, like, yeah, we listen. You know how many sales we've closed over the phone? Like, I'm telling you,
oh
like,
my
in the
gosh.
marketing, John, Alyssa, shout out to her. She say 25 is a lie. She the email marketing John. But yeah,
Wow.
I'm listening. A lot of y'all is missing money by not wanting to pick up the phone.
Okay, so let me tell you something, right? So let me tell you something. I hate talking on the phone, right? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't even talk to my clients on the phone. And I'm a person who used to, well, before the pandemic and all that other stuff, I used to get at least 25 to 30 new client consultations every month. And I would refuse to talk to people. Like it has like got me so spoiled, right? Because of, the pandemic and the hurricane, it's been seriously up and down. It's not as steady as it was. But when I get back on my, when I get back in full swing, it's gonna be this. I'm not getting home. Okay, I'm not doing it. I agree though because I pulled my waiting list the other day and I was looking for everybody who was requesting micro links. I did send her a text message, and I was like, "Hey, but talking to people on the phone, and I think it just kind of goes from industry to industry, right? Because when people get me on the phone, they want to try to have their entire consultation on the phone, and I don't want to be rude and say like, "Yeah, here's the paywall," you know. you gotta you gotta pay to continue to move forward. Do not press go. Do not collect
Right? Yeah.
$200.
Gotta be
Here's
careful
the link
how you
to
say it.
pay. Right, right. So I think that's why I kind of got to the point where it's like I don't want to talk to anybody on the phone. I have thought about getting a salesperson. Not me doing it. Getting a salesperson to do it over the phone because I listen. I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me. Just straight up.
Listen, I'm
I don't.
big. I don't. I I can't really pick up the phone or just call people if they call our business line. Like I don't answer it. I personally don't. No, I personally don't because I just
Right.
I can't. But I will say that we still have that as a major component in our business. On damn near every sales page or landing page we create, we put the business number on there. People do call it. I do ads that have the number in it. Like we want you to call. We close tons of people on the phone. My team, like we call people. Like we literally calling people now, letting them know about our Black Friday offer and stuff we got going on. So I think and also it goes back to again with selling. Of course, is know, like, and trust. So like
Right.
you conversation with someone and they're hearing from you, or even as the CEO or not, or just the company, it definitely makes a big difference. Even Market Trust and Chills, I will close them through email. I mean, I agree, but I think you could close more on the phone. The Detox Diva said, this is so amazing. I'm glad you guys did this live. Great info. Great. But yeah, I think honestly, I personally believe it's a lot more money you can make over the phone now. Like we said, it don't got to be you though. It don't got to
Right.
be the business owner or the CEO, but having a component where people can call and talk to a real person, I've seen personally that it makes a difference.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's something that I was already looking to implement in my business. Um, but I just listen. I get tired of talking to
Yeah.
people. If it has to be somebody else, oh my God, I get tired of talking to people. I'm like, oh my God, I just don't want to do this. Like, but I do understand what you're saying. I completely agree, which is why I thought about have somebody else do it because I
Yeah.
can't.
And like sometimes people may catch me slipping. Like probably a few weeks ago, someone had called the business line and she was just like, yeah, I was taking your course and it's great, but I just want you to do it. Like, how much is it for you to just do my Facebook ads? And I told her and that she literally paid right there.
Oh,
So it
that's
was
what's
like
up.
that easy. It was like, because she was surprised that like she could talk to someone. I could talk about what her problem was, what the issue was, and this is the solution that we have. And like people are ready right there. So
Gotcha, gotcha. And guys that are joining, please let us know where you're from in the comments. Like I'm personally a person who likes to know where people are from instead of you guys just like staring at the screen and not saying anything. So yeah, like let us know in the comments where you're from. It's just interesting to see, where everyone is in the world and stuff like that. I know personally, I was looking at my analytics on here. I have like a lot of people in New York and Houston, which is weird because it's two places that I do not spend time in at all. Like, I'm going to New York in November.
you come to an event in Philly, right?
Wait, I'm sorry?
You come to do an event in Philly, right?
I'm absolutely not. Like, literally, someone asked me to come to Cleveland. I said, I forgot Cleveland was a place. Okay?
I forgot about Cleveland since LeBron left. No, I'm playing.
Just all together, like, who goes to Cleveland? But yeah, like I like to know where people are from, because it kind of gives me a baseline of where, kind of concentrate and focus my efforts in the event that I do, decide to do something. She said I still call my potential clients. It makes them comfortable, and I get to vet their energy too. That's fair. That's fair, but it also depends on how long somebody's trying to keep you on the phone. People trying to keep me on the phone. I don't want to be on the phone. I will literally decline a call.
That is true. You definitely got to be careful with that. They like someone gets you, like they will try to like get you and ask you questions, then turn it into a consultation. So you definitely got to be careful with that. And I will say, especially for maybe folks that are starting out in business, I do think it's good because just like Glorious said, you can kind of hear their energy or their challenges or whatever on the phone. So like if you are, a relatively new business owner, I think it is good to hear people's challenges, what they're struggling with or whatever. You can literally hear it, instead of doing like a survey or doing emails and stuff, you can literally hear from the horse's mouth what people are struggling with and how you can overcome that.
And it's so funny because it's like we're kind of regressing in the world. We went from, let's just do social media to emails to text messages, and now you stand out if you make a phone call. It's like,
right.
like, I remember you called my phone, like, but I definitely want to get someone in, because I was looking at my waiting list the other day, and I was like, if I had somebody to just call all of these people and like make that connection, it would be a better place. But unfortunately, yeah. I might just get one of my assistants to do it. Be like, hey, hand them a script and be like, follow this. Just follow this.
I definitely think you should.
Listen, I'll do it and I'll report back with my findings.
Yeah. All right. We waiting for that. So does anybody have any last questions? Anything you want to ask that, Gabby or myself can answer, about, funnels, social media, growing your following, whatever the case may be. I know, like I said, you're very busy. I don't want to take too much of your time. Thank you again for just doing this live with me. I know we've been trying to do it for a while. So thank you.
We have. Finally got to do it in the car on the way from Taco Tuesday. So
you good. Thank
that
you
works
for
out.
doing it. I know you booked and busy, so
Hey, girl, it's tired. I went straight from work to Taco Tuesday because I was like, I need a drink.
Right.
So yeah, but thank you for having me. I do. It is an honor. It really is.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, so I don't really see any questions.
Yeah, people like to trickle in at the end and they start like, I got questions.
Right.
You're like, too late. And
right. So thank you both. Thank both do much for this. Thank you, I guess, so much for this great value add You're welcome. Taco Tuesdays be hitting.
Yes, Taco Tuesdays are it, okay? You know, I was hurt when I found out other places didn't have Taco Tuesdays like we have here. I was hurt. Okay, because what is this disgrace?
Right.
Do y'all have Taco Tuesdays in Philly?
Not
No.
that I probably
The
do.
answer is no.
They may, and I don't know.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Actually, I think they do though, because I think my sister be going, but I don't be going though. For I think they do.
If you ever roll down to New Orleans, I'm gonna put you on some Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, I've only been in New Orleans one time, but I want to go back.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That was like 10 years ago for like Essence, I think.
Yeah,
one time.
Yeah,
but yeah, I definitely want to go back. It was really good time. I had a good time in New Orleans. I was there for like a couple of days, but I definitely want to go back.
Yeah, you need a good week to like eat everything.
Yeah, I ain't even good food or nothing. Like, it was so long ago, but I wasn't even there. I was there for like not even 48 hours prior, and then it just left.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, to be fair, I've only passed through Philly. I have never like stopped in Philly. It was literally every time I've been, it was driving from Massachusetts to New Orleans. So.
Dang. Yo, it said Massachusetts. I thought she was saying Massachusetts to like New York or like somewhere on the East Coast. Like, dang, I don't even drive to Massachusetts. Philly. Shit.
Yeah, like it was literally driving from Massachusetts to New Orleans. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but it happened for like a good year of my life.
How long? Like 2 days?
No, it was 20 hours.
Damn.
Yeah, 20 hours.
That's
crazy. I was younger. My dad was younger. It was after Katrina. And he would make that ride, you know, so it got to the point where, and you know, this was before, which is so incredible about this was before GPS was really a thing, because I was 17. We didn't have phones and stuff. I was like 17, 18. Huh?
You was a MapQuest or something?
No, we were using a map. Like,
yeah,
right, that's
like real map, right?
Like regular maps, because I had to use them. And it was so crazy because my mind would bookmark like landmarks, and I was literally driving from New Orleans to Massachusetts without directions, just off of my landmarks. And if I saw a landmark that I didn't recognize, I was like, I went the wrong way, and I was right. So yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy, right? We actually do have one more question. Someone said, what do you suggest I do for my email list? So that's a you question, Ryan.
When you say what should I do, like, what do you mean? Like, if you have a list, of course, you should be talking to them regularly. So I would say at least 1 to 2 times a week minimum. One thing I see people do that's a mistake is they try to sell on every single email, like every email, like selling something or whatever. I don't care what business you have. I think you should definitely be giving value, you know, great information, tips, whatever that looks like. And of course, you know, asking for the sale as well. But I would say regular communication and just nurture them, giving great value via email.
I think that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't try. Believe it or not, I actually was nervous about selling through my list for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, and it's so stupid, right? I was like super nervous about it. And I used to take unsubscribes personally.
Me too. A long time, I be checking like, they like, yo, what's up? Like,
you may want to reach out personally.
Right.
What's your problem? You know?
Right.
How did you unsubscribe? I had one girl, like, I knew I was over it one time when I had one girl. I sent out an email, and she emailed me back and said, I can't stand this girl. Please stop emailing. Like, I was like, well, yeah, I'm over that officially. Like, I no longer feel any type of way, because I don't know you, lady. You know, like, you know, but yeah, like that unsubscribe. I used to be afraid to sell through my list for the longest time, but I actually just sold my Instagram class through my list.
Congratulations. Yes. Post that went in the group. For real. Right. For real. But yeah, that's, you know, I feel you. And now, like, I welcome someone. Like, if you don't want to be on my list, please unsubscribe, because as you look,
pay for you.
more expensive. So if you don't want to be on my list, you have definitely my permission to go somewhere else. Uh, Anybody's on my list know, like, I definitely try to get value. Like, it's not just trying to sell stuff, and we will try to sell stuff when when it's time.
Right.
But I used to be the same way. Like, I don't want people to unsubscribe or whatever, checking the numbers. I think another important thing, and I know someone said, like, how do I need to grow my list, is definitely continuously growing your list and building your list. That way, if people do unsubscribe, they're going to unsubscribe regardless. But if you're continuously building it, it won't matter because you're still bringing new people on your list continuously. So that's what I would say is important too.
Yeah, I actually do have a question. I'm glad she asked that. So I read, was it I read or did I hear this from somebody? Your open rates affect your email deliverability. Is that right?
Yeah, they do. Oh yeah, they do. Because once you're like sending stuff out, like if Google, like, could do Gmail or like whatever, Yahoo, wherever you're sending it to. If people aren't necessarily opening them a lot, Gmail, whatever, maybe like, oh, well, that's spam, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to hit people's inbox as much because they see people aren't opening them. So it does affect it.
So, okay, so then my next question would be, how would Google, so I know on an individual basis, right? My email, your email, whoever else email, that would signal Gmail like, okay, she ain't opening this, don't open it. But it was more so on the terms like your overall open rate like affects the deliverability. I don't know if that comes from your email server or Gmail or whatnot. So because it was basically saying the higher the open rate, the better chance that it gets delivered to your entire list or something like that.
That's another thing that could be too, because like from your email provider, wherever you're using, like Fusionsoft, ActiveCampaign, Klaviyo, like whatever, they're looking at on their side too. Like if you're sending emails out, they're gonna see did a lot of bounce. Is it like a hard bounce? Is it a soft bounce? People are subscribing? Are you getting spam complaints and all that type of stuff? So if they're seeing that a lot, and it depends on like what type of people you have on your list. Because out of your list, it's probably a lot of people that maybe don't engage. When they send an email out, it bounces or it goes to spam or whatever. So it's going to send it to more people that they see are engaging more with your emails and that type of stuff. Or folks that, never open an email, it may not necessarily send it to them all the time, or it may bounce or whatever.
So you're basically paying for people that's not opening your emails, but them not opening it's affecting how it gets delivered.
It can. So that's why it's important to clean your list regularly.
Gotcha.
So we definitely, like, I could probably have way more people on my list if I didn't clean it, but we definitely clean it regularly. Like, depending on what platform you use, a lot of good platforms will tell you like how long, bring me a list of people that have not engaged within 6 months or a year, or haven't opened anything in like 3 months, 6 months, a year, or people that bounce or whatever. And they'll give you like people when you can literally just get rid of them. You don't necessarily have to get rid of them completely. You can export them and put them into another file or Excel file. You can still upload them to Facebook and run ads and target them people. But if people don't engage in my emails, I get them off the list because we got to clean stuff.
Gotcha. And how often are you cleaning your list?
I got an email marketing person now. I think she just joined. She may still be on. Rosie. Shout out to her. We do it, I don't know, maybe every 3 months or so, 3 to 6 months, I guess.
Okay. So I'm not doing mine enough.
Yeah, you definitely
like a year.
And also depends on how many people you're are joining your list like at a time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you have 10,000 people on your list, and then after 6 months it's like 10,100. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it may not make a difference, but if you're continuously building your list and it's growing, then you may want to more frequently.
Someone asks, is MailChimp a good platform to build your list?
No.
No, not automatically. Not straight out the gate.
Listen,
he didn't even have
No. I know.
No.
I'm serious, but I'm not. Like, I'll be real. I started on MailChimp. A lot of people start on MailChimp.
I did too. Right. I started on MailChimp.
Right. So I'm gonna be real. Like, I started on MailChimp. So, MailChimp is okay to start out. but at some point, I would say you need to upgrade. Personally, I don't like MailChimp now just because it's limited functionality. It's only so much great stuff you can get from something that's free, and it's free up to like 3,000 contacts. So I do think honestly it's a good place to start if you have like just starting a list, just starting email marketing. Like it is a great starting point, but at some point it's time to upgrade.
Gotcha. Joy asks, what platforms do you recommend for email?
My two favorite are Active Campaign and Klaviyo, but also I like Keep or Infusionsoft, and then I like Drip actually too. Those are like my favorite. My two main ones are Active Campaign and Klaviyo, and then Keep I like, and Drip is another one I actually like too.
Yeah, okay, so the Detox Diva X, what would you suggest? So you basically suggested the ones that needed to be suggested. I've actually never heard of Keep or Drip.
Have you heard of Infusionsoft?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if they Keep.
Oh, so it's just Keep now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Right.
Okay.
Right, it is.
So someone asked, can you speak on ConvertKit?
I personally don't like ConvertKit. Like, I don't know. Like, I know a lot of people use it, and it's not a bad tool. You definitely, it's up there with the rest of them. But just personally, me using it, I don't like it. Like, I don't like the functionality. I just don't like. That's just me personally. I'm not really the biggest fan of it, but it definitely can get the job done, and it has pretty good functionality.
For me, what has made the drastic difference in my sales has been text messaging.
Oh
Like,
yeah, of course.
literally, I'm so bad with emails because text messaging works so well for me, right? Like literally, and then this conversation just actually brought this to mind. One of my Instagram hacks, and I'm gonna be teaching this in my class, so y'all won't be hearing this again unless it's behind a paywall, FYI. But but one of my Instagram tips is I actually text out my Instagram post to my list.
Wow, damn, that's good.
Yeah, I'm literally going around the whole algorithm and
But yeah,
right there.
text is great because number one, they have higher open rates. You're
Yes.
just, well, it's all about how can I get in front of more people easily.
Right.
So, generally people, you get a text come right to your phone. Email does too, but email may go to spam. It may go to
Yeah.
junk. If you got Gmail, may go to promotions
Right.
or something like that. But if you got text messages, like it comes to your phone, so it's higher open rates and usually higher click-through rates too.
Very much so. I mean, my silk press class that I just launched, in order for them to get like the first dibs on the free RSVPs, they had to sign up for my text message list, and I got like 100 something people to sign up to my text service. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, I can't get behind this. Like, I know emails. I don't know if Alyssa's still on here, but I know emails is supposed to be like the wave and all that good stuff, and I'm cool with that. It's just text messages are just easier for me. They go out quicker. People respond quicker. I connect with my audience quicker. And people are very willing to give out their phone number. I don't know why, but they are.
Right.
They're very willing to give out their phone
That's
number. They're more protective of their email than they are their phone.
right. Yeah, like I give
It's
you my
crazy,
phone.
right? So, but yeah, like I sent that out, and I actually ran an ad to it, to get their email, their text, to get them signed up through the keyword. And then when it was time to release the class, I sent like two text messages, with like the date and time that it was releasing. And then I actually sent out the text message for the tickets and stuff. So I actually sold out, well, prior to COVID. I actually sold out a brunch that I was gonna do like that. I sold the brunch out when COVID
hit. Listen,
hit.
you a good marketer on the low too.
Oh no, that's high key. That's one of my superpowers. That's the high key part. Okay, the rest of this stuff is just optics. The background stuff that I have going on, yeah, that's high key. But yeah, like the text messages work really well for me. I wish I was better at emails, but I'm not. I'm trying to be
Listen,
better.
that's
I really
you
am.
got the email marketing joint on here. You got other resources like listen.
Right.
For
Oh,
uh, all right, says Gloria said, "What platforms do you use for text?" Oh, looks like Gabby froze. I will say the platforms that I use for text. I know Active Campaign. I believe you can text through Active Campaign. I think we've used that before. Twilio is another one you can use. Easy Text. It's just like letter E, Z Text. Is another one. Clavio, believe you can do text through Clavio as well. So there are many different SMS platforms. I know for e-commerce brands, one that we've used before is Postscript. Postscript is another one that's really good for text type of stuff, SMS stuff. Um, Trying to think what else. Yeah, those are the main ones. Looks like we lost Gabby. Can we get her back real quick? Has anybody got any Slick Test is one? All right, so good. Slick Text. I never heard of that one, but that's a good one. Has anybody got any other SMS Bump? Yeah, that's another one. Ecom folks we've used. I think Gabby's coming back. Yeah, SMS Bump. Like I said, Postscript, Clavio, Active Campaign, Easy Text, Twilio. There are tons of ones out there. Trying to get Gabby back. You are welcome. Does anybody got any last questions? There we go.
that I'm just
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
All right, good. I'm glad we got you back. So, what is the question we asked? Someone asked, "What do you use for? What platform do you use to send text out?"
Textly.
Oh, okay, okay, all right.
Yeah, I use um. I've heard as well.
Okay.
Never used, but I did hear.
Hmm.
But yeah, I use because it's like um, and then or something. I have a list of cell phone numbers. They like wanted to use and all have the list. Yeah, let me build this stuff. I'm not like I'm not like siphoning people's email addresses and stuff. Um, but texting like has made it really easy for me. So
Hmm.
I when I do Eventbrites,
We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about that
when
tonight.
I when when I do Eventbrite, I just like download the list and upload it to TextLink. So
Hmm.
because they don't take you through all of that. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, you got it. It's cool. And then if people don't want to be on it, they just unsubscribe.
Hmm. All
You
right.
know.
So, any last words or thoughts for the people? I know you gave a lot of gems tonight. Thank you so much. I know you're very busy, so let you get the last word. Also, how can people find you? Of course, on IG, but if they want to get access to your course or anything else they need from you, let the folks know how they can reach you, how they can get access to all the amazing stuff that you offer.
So yeah, you guys can follow me on here if you actually. click the drop down arrow on the top of this live, Instagram added a feature where you can just click the drop down arrow and just hit the follow button. So where you don't have to like go off the platform or off the live to find someone. So yeah, just click that and then you can actually press follow. As far as my Instagram class, currently, it's that one is closed, but I will be releasing a new date for the next one after this one. So just basically just watch my page. I have some other stuff that I'm building out to be informed of it a little better than just Instagram. And also go on my page and like 5 posts so you guys can see my stuff. So don't just press follow, like 5 posts when you follow me, because otherwise Instagram won't show you my stuff. So just FYI.
At least you know. So yeah, y'all definitely follow me as well if you haven't already. We're trying to get to 10K. I've been trying to push to get to 10K for like ever. So I'm more than halfway there.
I gave him a
She
tip.
did.
He ain't hearing me.
She did. Listen, I need done for you. I'm gonna be real.
I'm not
Like,
doing it for you.
she like I ain't doing it. I need done for you. Like I'm looking actually like seriously looking for another social media manager. Actually, for real. So I need that because I'm focused on our clients and
Okay.
everything like that. I don't have that much time to do all the stuff that Gabby suggests. So I'm gonna make you an offer that you can't refuse. Watch. I'm gonna keep shooting my shot. Just know.
We shall see.
For real.
We
Listen,
shall
listen, watch. If you start seeing my Instagram turn up more, just know I hired Gabby. For real. I need done for you though. I can't do done with you. I need done for you.
Okay. Okay. We shall see. But thank you for having me. This has been great.
Of course. Yeah. So thank you. We definitely gonna do it again. Great conversation. But anything else you need, let me know. We're gonna get your ads popping too whenever you're ready. Listen, I've been on you about that too. So
I
whenever you're
know.
ready.
I know. And I
Listen.
will. So I guess we both owe each other something.
Right. You can do my organic stuff. I'll do all your ad stuff because you know me, like all the organic stuff is great, but like I'm gonna just turn some ads on and let them run while I'm asleep.
The organic has its appeal, though.
Oh yeah,
It does.
of course. Yeah, and it's a lot cheaper.
That's for sure.
Them
That's
Facebook
for
bills,
sure.
the 900s come out pretty quick. Trust me.
For real. For real. That's for real. Well, all
Hmm.
right. I appreciate this. I have to hop off though. So great talking. I hope you guys found some value from this, and I will definitely see you guys again.
All right. Bye.